Alrighty then guys, today is going to be another update on Cheers, Cox Inu. Cox Inu, once it likes to load up, here it is, and finally Bonk Inu. Why should I just say Bonk? I've got the Inu syndrome. Right guys, so let's start off from the Cheers token, and wow guys, look at this, the market cap is starting to slowly go back up again at 1.97. The circular supply is 450 million, total supply of 999 million. Wow, that's not too shabby, but let's see if we can get more of an accurate results here, which I should be able to locate in this video. If not, I'll definitely do so in the next video. But the whole point of today's video is so we could do a quick little dive in a technical analysis and see exactly where we are with Cheers, Cox Inu, Cox Inu, and finally Bonk. So get ready guys, so let's get into the video. Right, so firstly we're going to be diving into Cheers token, and it looks like we had in fact gone down a little bit outside this larger rectangular box, but as we can see right now, it looks like we are bouncing off from the support line, which I've drawn from my last video. The reason why this is a support line is because if you look to our left in this area over here, this is the area where we went up, we came back down, and we blasted our way through, came back to retest by this long wick over here before we made this move to the upside. This becomes an obvious support line for myself, and as we look across, look at that guys, quite literally we had in fact bounced up from that. If we zoom in a bit more, and like I always say in my video, it doesn't have to be precisely from that area, but more or less we can enter a trade once we see a confirmation. And like I said in all my videos, once you do see an engulfing green candle over here, then that's a good area for an entry, especially if you're an intraday trader. You don't need to leverage this at all. In fact, I don't think there is a platform yet that we can leverage Cheers token, hence why it is quite volatile. You can still make some pretty decent gains. Just got to be careful in the way you trade it for your intraday trading style. That way you can still have, decent wins and minimize in your losses. Whereas if you're a hodler, you don't really care so much, because whenever we go down, you also like to add more to your bags. Either way guys, it's looking pretty okay for now. On the cusp of being bullish, if this green candle continues to remain as big as it is right now, then that should give me a confidence to be able to enter on that next candle once it forms, to at least come back to retest this zone right up here. And then once we break that, we should be able to at least smash through all these red candles and push our way to the upside. So that's not too shabby guys. It looks like there are some life in the Cheers token, but we still like to see where the next candle forms, and we've still got 2 days left for the week. As long as we stay above this area up here and we break through there and remain somewhere around about between this level to that blue line over there, then it gives me a confidence that we should be able to at least continue within the zone and hopefully smash through that to retest the last major high right over here. So we're not looking too bad at the minute for Cheers token. There's nothing else that can be said here. It's literally just bounced off exactly where I wanted it, where we want, should I say. And then from here pushing upwards, that should be quite a decent move to the upside. So had you gone here already, then guys, you would have been up at least 32% move to the upside. And if we smash through this level over here, that will give you 75%. And ultimately, once we do go and retest this zone up here, that would be 144% move to the upside. Guys, I reckon that is simply worth entering over here. Just wait until the next candle, then it'd be a good entry level there for a continuation move to the upside. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is something which I like to share with all my YouTube viewers and showing you exactly how I've been trading this and still continue trading. Cheers. So that is the quick technical analysis on Cheers token. If we do somehow continue to crash down below, then I'll be stocking up or adding a lot more to my bags once we come back to retest that support line. And if the case being that we do smash through it and fall back down to this region, I'll be looking to add more to my bags. But currently, guys, it is looking quite bullish, so I won't be talking too much about the bearish case scenario because we're on the cusp of at least retesting back to that 79% move to the upside. So let's move on to Cox Inu. Cox Inu is, it's not in the worst of shape. In fact, we've done a pretty decent move here actually. Had it gone in around about this level over here, this was the double bottom originally over here, then we gone up, came back down, and then we blasted quite literally on our way up. We did come back to retest this level here, as you can see the red candle right over here, but then we continued to move up, came back down, and we kind of been going slightly higher, but we range bound in this zone right over here. And let me pull some of the lines so you can see more clearly for yourself. Alright, so let's pull out the rectangular box. So this is the area that we need to break. We did come back to retest this zone over here whilst we're going sideways, which is not too bad. In fact, let me just correct that a little bit. That's more like it, because as we looked up further to our left, this area here matches this zone over there, which means only until we smash through above here, like I mentioned in my previous video, then we should be able to be on a continuation to the up, but there's always a chance of us to come back down to retest this level before we continue to the upside. But we're still range bound here thanks to BTC did pull back, and it really brought back the Cox Inu from this top all the way back into this level. But that's perfect accumulation phase over here, because currently we are still higher than this bit here, so we could literally just go like that for a little bit before ultimately choosing a direction most likely to the upside and smash through this box over here. If that was to happen, then guys, you could be potentially looking at that 22% move to the upside. That's not such a bad move there at all. If you're a intraday trader, that's not too much of a bad gains. But had you gone in anywhere over here, then guys, you would have been up quite substantially from here even till there. That's about 47%. From here to the top, that would have been 74% move to the upside. So yes, so we are looking a little bit healthy for the Cox Inu. If any of you guys are holding this token, guys, let me know in the comments. Are you extremely bullish? Do you reckon we go much higher? And most importantly, are we going to smash through the all-time highs of right up here? That should be quite an easy answer, guys. It's just a question of when can we do this move from here to there. That will give us a 6x on whatever trade you get in. But ultimately, if we look at the market cap, we can quite easily do a lot more with Cox Inu. And guys, we can still get quite an easy 100x from Cox Inu, but that of course really depends on what happens with Cox. So once Coq Inu does decide to blast up and well above its last all-time highs of around about the zone up here by the top green level there, then yes guys, I can only see Cox Inu quite literally ripping through the chart and go and find its way into the discovery phase before ultimately continuing to push to the upside. So let's move over to the Cox Inu. So for the Cox Inu, it looks like almost exactly what we said. Or should I say exactly what we said from the last video. You can go check the last video out over here, anywhere around the screen. Click on it or go to my description to find that video. And I did say that if you do come back to retest into this zone over here, then that should be a good area for an entry in order for you to get into this trade for a decent move to the upside. So from here to there, because if you look to our left, this was our support, and then we'll support there again. So we've gone sideways if a little bit before we came back down to retest within this slightly larger rectangular box. We went up, we couldn't quite breach the last all-time high, but we came dumping down as Bitcoin was pushing the whole market down. We came back to hit the floor, which is the support right over here, and it looks like this could be a good entry point for us to at least get back up into this high over here. If you were to go in for this trade, then you could be potentially in for around about 32% move to the upside. And don't forget guys, with Cox Inu, whether you use KuCoin, Binance or any other exchanges, you should be able to use a perpetual trade. So if you are an experienced trader and you're allowed to use leverage, that would be quite a decent move, because if you 2x that would give you 64% move to the upside. But if you was to 3x leverage that would give you a 96% move to the upside. So if you're a hodler, you're going to be adding a lot more to your bags over here, because eventually what's going to happen is we're going to be going up and smashing through this last all-time highs to get into the discovery phase and eventually go right up into its all-time highs. Hopefully as soon as the ultra bull season kicks in, then we can see like maybe another 100x from Cox Inu, maybe even more, depending on how much more interest of people getting into the Cox Inu. And if they do drum up a lot more interest through their marketing and everything else, then I could see a lot more new investors who hasn't really got much experience in crypto, looking for those cheap altcoins, memes, and etc. They'll probably land on Cox Inu and really help to push the price even higher. But I don't know guys, I don't hold a crystal ball. We don't quite know what's going to happen within a space, but let's see what happens during a bull season for Cox Inu. But remember guys, ultimately once Cox Inu does decide to rip through the chart, Bcoq Inu would only follow, and it will make the last all-time high for Bcoq Inu look virtually nothing. So yes guys, that could quite possibly happen during the bull season. So far we covered Cheers token, we covered Bcoq Inu as well as Cox Inu. Before we jump into the last coin of the day, which is Bonk Inu, I'm going to quickly take you over to my Patreon page.
And if you'd like to gain access to my Patreon, guys, go into my info section, you'll find a link to my Patreon where I've got 3 memberships that you can choose from. Just a quick info, there's a Crypto Friends shout out for $1.50. We get shout out within every video that I produce on YouTube. Otherwise, you can join Total Crypto Family at £4.50, where you get early access to all of my contents, also be a part of the Patreon only voting power and the posting and messaging to me directly. Otherwise, if you like to learn on how to trade, manage your risk management, but most importantly, learn how to structure your trades on a day-to-day basis, then this membership will be for you at $17 per month. So I'll leave it there guys, let's head back into the video.
Alright guys, this is the final hurdle of the video. Alright guys, this is the last hurdle of the video. I hope you've been enjoying it so far and smashing the like button. And if you haven't done so, do me a favor, please give me a subscribe. That way you help to push my channel to other people, and hopefully we can blow this channel up. Right guys, so let's get into Bonk. Bonk looks like it's still raining sideways. We're not seeing anything significant coming in yet for Bonk. However, we are retesting back in this support level right over here. So currently the bottom half of the bottom line of the larger rectangular box is in fact the support line, and the top is the resistance. Once ultimately we choose the direction where we're going to head, whether it's down there or up to the top, it could be a pretty big move. Reason why? Because if you look to our left over here, it looks like we got a massive move to the downside. And if we were to breach this and go much further down, we could be expecting anywhere between 34 to all the way to 47% move to the downside. However, once we do break to the upside, I reckon we can still do like crazy move to the upside. In fact, maybe I should have expanded the rectangle box over here, because now the resistance 3 to 1 now the resistance level should be the last all-time highs, and I'm going to use the body of the candle. Once we smash through there, then we're going to see some crazy run coming in for bonk. So that means before we even breach up there, if you were hodling and you were adding multi-bags over here, that means you could be expecting, at least if it was to go up from here, another 71% move to the upside, as long as it's still hodling and not taking any profit from here. Once we do take that 3 to 1, once we go through that lift off over here, then you should be expecting like a crazy returns. So yes guys, so that'll be it for the video. I hope you find it useful and informative. If you haven't done so already, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, subscribe right over here. And if you haven't checked out the last 2 videos here and here, go check them out, and I'll see you all in the next one.